Let's see. Now let's see how good this is. Because my other attempt was awful because the video was very choppy and not looking good. But this one looks a lot better. So hopefully we can keep this consistent. I'm not going to have a choppy video because I'm doing a tutorial on what do you do when the new iPad finally comes out and you have LumaFusion on an existing device. Just because you download LumaFusion onto your new device doesn't mean all of your stuff is going to be there. You have to save the stuff out of your original LumaFusion, save it to your cloud, and then bring it on over into your new device. So that's what we're going to be doing today. And just to let you know, I had tried to do the stream twice before, and each time I had to bail out because I was having issues with... It wasn't OBS's fault, it was my fault. I had left on a plugin. And when you leave on a plugin that's unnecessary, it's not going to work for you. So I had to disable live cam, I think it is. So now that I had that done, it works. So I'm just going to wait just a couple more moments for people to get in here because I've bailed out twice before and people are probably like, yeah, this chick doesn't know what she's doing, so we're not going to watch anymore. And to be honest with you, can't blame you. Can't blame you. But Bad Karma 714 is going to be one of the mods for the night. Tim Windsor was the mod last night. Tim might be joining us as well. Not exactly sure, but Anthony is here. Virtual cam, that's what it was. Thanks, Anthony. So Anthony is going to help out and be a moderator. Tim Windsor might join in. He's going to be a moderator as well. But hopefully we're going to get this to work this time. Just to let you know, so yesterday I ended the live stream with sharing with you guys that my dad went to a doctor today to find out what's going on. He has like some issues going on, and all of these issues, everything that he's had in the past, everything that he has now, is all because of Agent Orange from Vietnam. So he spoke with the doctor. I was able to listen in while he was consulting with the doctor, and it all seems like it's going to be okay. So I thank everyone who prayed for my dad. Thank God everything, let me knock on wood, is going to be okay. He has got like a 96% chance of being okay, which is really good. So here's the deal. We're getting back to the LumaFusion thing. Everyone is so excited about this new iPad coming out with this big bad M1 chip. It's going to be absolutely amazing. There's going to be multiple cam. There's going to be stabilization. They're going to change up the audio settings. LumaFusion is going to be absolutely amazing. Don't get me wrong. I think it's absolutely amazing now, but they're even further improving upon it. So that'll be really great. And to be honest with you, I paid $30 for LumaFusion when it first came out, or maybe 20. It might have been 20. And I feel like they need to charge more money. Like they should have plugins that you have to pay for, because I don't understand how they keep getting money coming in. It's unbelievable. But somehow they're doing it, and I'm really excited for all these new changes. I wish I was a beta tester. Like, there's so many people I know that are beta testers for LumaFusion. I'm not one of them, but I really wish I could get my hands on it just to fool around with it for a little bit and see what's going on. I'm a little jealous of the beta testers. And I know one of the mods tonight, Bad Karma 714, he's getting that new iPad. So he's a beta tester, I think. And he'll be able to tell me, what it is that he thinks of all the updates that are going on with LumaFusion, what it looks like, what that stabilization looks like, because that's one of the most requested thing, image stabilization in LumaFusion. So I don't know how many people are here right now. Concurrent viewers. Too. But let me tell you, people are, being that I bailed out twice, I don't know if too many people are going to want to tune in, because I did blow it. I blew it the first couple times, so I get it if people are not happy. I get it. I have to also go into the video library and make sure I erase those because I've already gotten a few comments like, what is this? So I got to get rid of those. So let's get going. I guess when people join in, they'll join in. But thank you everybody to the thank you for coming into the stream, and let's get going, I guess. So look at this fancy stuff here. Let me minimize YouTube a little bit so that I can control the overhead camera and change it up. So this is my overhead camera shot. Let's say this is my existing iPad. Let's say I'm getting that big, bad, awesome iPad that's coming up, and I have LumaFusion on this particular iPad. Now, everything I've ever done in this iPad, the project manager, if I've built specialized titles, if I have LUTs, if I have little images input into the title images, none of that is going to be there when you transition over to your new iPad. Once you download LumaFusion from the App Store, you're on your own. So what you want to do, the first thing that I want to do is let's go over to the Files dock, and let's go to iCloud Drive. The first thing that I want to do on iCloud Drive is to make a new folder. And I'll do the plus sign right there, and I'll just call it LF for LumaFusion and hit done. Now I want to go to on my iPad, and we'll go down to where everything is banked here within LumaFusion. So looking at LumaFusion, this is everything that's going to be in LumaFusion. Let me see if I can tighten up. No, I'm at 35 millimeters. This is basically as tight as that shot is going to get. And let me see if I can, because it doesn't have autofocus here. I guess this is as in focus as it's going to get right there. So what I want to do is make sure that everything that I've pre-installed into my existing LumaFusion is going to be in the new iPad. And everything that you've ever done in LumaFusion in your project manager is going to be in these project backups. That's your project manager. I know it just says project backups. You think it's just backups, but this is your project manager as well. So don't go willy-nilly deleting everything just because I don't need a backup, let me get rid of it. No, that's your project manager too. Don't fool around with that. Make sure you don't erase anything out of there because then it'll be gone. Right here where it says presets, this is going to be all of the stuff that you're going to want to transition on over into your new iPad. And I want to be focused on certain things that I've built, maybe images that I put in there, definitely LUTs. I want to make sure that all the LUT packages that I've ever purchased from YouTube creators like Peter McKinnon, Rob HK, I want to make sure that I get all of that stuff over into my cloud. This way, when I put LumaFusion on the new iPad, I can just retrieve all of that from the cloud and we'll be golden. So the first thing that I want to do is go over to title styles. Okay, no. I'm the professional here. Excuse me, title images. So when you're in LumaFusion and you go into, like, say, add a title, and then you can choose a shape, or you can choose a text, or you can choose an image. These are all the images that I have pre-saved over there. So I want to make sure that that is going to be on my new iPad as well. So I am going to make sure I have this folder on the iCloud Drive. I want to start building things on that. So let's go to LumaFusion and let's add another title here. And we're going to call this presets, just like it looks in LumaFusion. We're going to follow that exact style. So let's go back to on my iPad. We'll go to LumaFusion. We'll go to presets. And we'll go to title images, or first we'll choose select, we'll choose title images, and we'll choose to move that. It's going to ask where we want to put that, and I want to go to LumaFusion, presets, and hit copy. that's going to move everything into that new folder. Let's just double check to make sure it's there. So we'll go to iCloud Drive. Let's go down to that new LumaFusion folder that I've built, presets, and there's our title images. Okay, so that's good. Got that going. Let's go back to, on my iPad, we'll go back to LumaFusion, go back to presets, and now I want to go to LUTs. So here's the thing. In here, user LUTs, these are all the different LUTs that I've ever purchased from different YouTube creators. Peter McKinnon, I think I got a few of Rob's in here. I had so many LUTs that I had to erase a bunch because it was just insane how many different LUTs that I have. So what I want to do now, same thing. I just want to go to select. I will choose the user LUTs. And now I'm going to move this again. We want to go back to the cloud, go to LumaFusion, and go to presets, and hit copy. And it's going to take a couple of minutes to copy. Let's just run up to the iCloud Drive just to confirm that it's definitely there. Presets, and there's our user LUTs right there. We'll go back to, on my iPad, LumaFusion, presets. Now, speaking of LUTs, there's another folder under LUTs, O2 LUTs. These are all the LUTs that come preloaded within LumaFusion. So you don't have to worry about moving those because those are going to be in there when you download LumaFusion. So we're done with that. Title images. We did title images. We did LUTs. Title styles, do I have anything in there? Nope. There's some things that are blank and empty, like I don't think I have anything in audio. There's nothing in multicam. Effects. So these effects, these are going to be anything that you've built when it comes to transitions. So we want to make sure that we do that. So let's hit select. We'll get effects and hit move. Once again, we're going to go into there and it'll automatically pick LumaFusion presets, and now we'll hit copy. So that's going to copy all of the effects over into the cloud. Motions, let's see what's in motion. Oh, we have to do that too. So select, motions, move, same thing, copy. And that's going to copy all of that over. Titles, I've built a few in there, so we'll do titles too. Select, titles, move, copy. Perfect. Okay, now basically that would be the only thing that I would want to take with me from LumaFusion. However, if there's anything here in your project manager that you would like to save, the best thing to do is just to be within LumaFusion, or you could go over into well, I guess we could do it that way. If you wanted to bring everything over that's in your project manager, you would go to the backups, project backups. So we'll go to select. We'll select the project backups, move. Although I'll just put that under LumaFusion, copy. And that is going to put everything there. So we'll go to the iCloud Drive, go down to LumaFusion. So here are the project backups. They're going to be right there. Let's say when you go into your new iPad and you want to start putting these in, all you would have to do is hit it, and it's automatically going to, I'll just hit one so that you can see what I'm talking about. You hit it, it'll launch LumaFusion, copy everything that you have going in there onto your new one. And it's going to do this, missing media. If you have something that's copy and pasted in there, a lot of times the file setup could be different in LumaFusion as well. When I transitioned to a new iPad, the folders were a little different, and it messed some of the things up. So in that instance, you just have to wind up putting everything back, whether you're retrieving your video or your photos from your camera roll or what you're doing. But that wasn't an issue for me because all I did was basically, these would have been older projects that I had done, older videos, tutorials, things that I didn't even really need. I recommend, obviously, that you back everything up onto a separate hard drive. This way you don't lose anything, okay? All right, moment of truth here, people. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get rid of LumaFusion. So what we'll do here is delete it. So I will... can I delete it directly from here? Or do I have to go into settings to delete it? I'll just do it like this. Delete app. Yes, delete it. Doesn't matter. This is my old iPad anyway. You guys know that I have the bigger, newer iPad. So, okay, let's go to the App Store and let's re-download it. Search. And of course, it'll recognize if you've purchased it before. So when you go to your new iPad, it'll say, oh, you've already purchased this. So there'll be the little cloud symbol. So you just hit the little cloud symbol. And then that'll take a few moments to download everything. And then once it downloads, what we'll do is pop everything back into there, making it open. Yes, please. Oh my goodness. I didn't have the overhead camera on. Oh, okay, it doesn't matter. I basically just deleted LumaFusion and then reinstalled it. So it's going to go through all of this again. Hey, welcome to LumaFusion. How you doing, girl? Thanks for purchasing us and all that. So I'm not interested in any of this. What I want to start to do is go over to the file folders now. So now we'll go back to iPad. On my iPad and go to LumaFusion. Now here's all these files. So when you go to presets and you go to, let's say your LUTs. Oh no, why is it doing this? Why is it? It shouldn't do that. It's supposed to dump everything. I wonder if I can, oh, whatever. I guess it's not going to work. Let's see if anything else. Really, I guess because it's the same. Because it's the same iPad, it didn't really delete it. Let me go and delete it from, let me go back to I don't want to, let me go into settings and delete it because I don't want to bring you in here with it when I'm in here because, there's maybe private things that I don't want anyone to see. You know how it is. So we'll go to LumaFusion here and watch me, I'm the pro. Okay, well, it's saying, when I went to, let me go over here. When I went in here and imported and everything, nothing's here. And obviously there's nothing in the project manager. Whoops. So I don't understand why all of that came back. Let me go to presets again. Let's go to title images to see if those are in there. Okay, no. Okay, the title images are not there. So good. We'll put those in there. So once again, that title images is going to be all of the images that you've copied where you can choose to put in a picture when you build a title. So we'll go to iCloud Drive and go to that LumaFusion, presets, and here are the title images. So, move. Now go to on my iPad, LumaFusion, presets, title images, copy. Okay, so let's go back to on my iPad, LumaFusion, presets, title images, and there they all are. So we would just repeat this for, I don't understand why the LUTs looked like they were still there. That's crazy, right? Effects. Okay, well, the effects are empty, so let's go to iCloud Drive. Go to LumaFusion, presets, effects, and then just select everything here. Move. Once again, we go down to, on my iPad, LumaFusion, presets, effects, and it'll put it all there. The same with motions. On my iPad, LumaFusion, presets, motions, copy. Okay, so now we'll go to, the project backups. Let's see how this is done here. Projects. So as you can see, it doesn't even say project backups. It just says projects. So LumaFusion, just projects, not project backups. So we'll go to iCloud Drive and go to LumaFusion, and we will go to this project backups, and we will select all, move, compress. Oh, because I have so much here. I guess compress it, I don't care. And on my iPad, LumaFusion, go down again. And now we want to go to projects, and we'll hit that copy there, and that's going to move everything. So let's just go to, on my iPad, just to make sure everything is there. Projects. Yep, everything is there. So once, and as you saw when I went to LumaFusion, you can see the project manager is completely empty. There's nothing there. So let's go back to on my iPad, and obviously this title stack, I'll hit that and launch that. That will input in this title stack. And of course, there's some things in there that I built like a, what the heck? I hate when they do that, when they kick you over into the tutorials. I built a bunch of title effects and everything, specialized title. So I'll probably put those online, and I'll just, gift them to you guys for free, because it took me a super long time to build all of those. Like all these little things, you'd be amazed how long it took me to build them. A long time. So that's basically the transition of everything that you've done. So when you're setting up your new iPad, it's going to be as easy as that, really. If you have everything already backed up to your iCloud Drive, it's just a, copy and pasting it. And if there's anything in your project manager that you really, really want, before you dump it out of that iPad, I would recommend just backing it up to a hard drive, and also make sure that you have enough cloud space. You don't want to be stuck in a circumstance where maybe you're just using the free cloud, and the free cloud is only like 5 gigabytes. Now, when you're working with video, you know how fast 5 gigabytes will be absolutely depleted. There's nothing there. You absolutely need to get, I would think, a minimum of 50 gig. And if you purchase 50 gig of cloud space each month, it's 99 cents. What a buy. Right now, I've purchased the 200 gig, and that's $2.99. At one point, for 1 month, I did purchase the 2 terabyte. But that was like $12 a month. And I'm like, I don't want to pay that much money. So that's why I bought an external hard drive, so that I could just move everything over to there and dump it out. This way I'm only paying the 99 cents a month in cloud storage, because as soon as it starts getting full, I could just dump everything out and get rid of it real quick and easy. While we're in LumaFusion, I don't know how many people we have here. and how many people had joined us from yesterday. Let me go back to the overhead camera. There were, come on now. Yeah. I always get, of course, the basic questions. How do you see what you're doing in LumaFusion? Like how much gigabytes you have, what's going on in there. And the way that you see everything is you go to that toggle on the lower right-hand side of the screen. You just touch that. This is all of your information, all of your preferences, everything that you want to do. One of the main things that people are like, how are you doing that? Is when I touch, there's like a blue dot. And that's called showing touches. And the way that you can get that blue dot is that you go to preferences and you go to show touches and you slide that over. Now all of a sudden, there you go. There's the blue dot. But let's go back here again. I'd like to show you cleanup. So right now it's going to show how much I have imported. But because I just dumped everything out, there's not going to be much there. After a while, you can, change all of these settings to make sure that whatever's cached in there, you can dump that out, make sure it's nice and clean. At one point, I had over 100 gigabytes worth of stuff in LumaFusion, which is absolutely crazy. But let me see if there's anything else here. Does anybody have any questions regarding LumaFusion before anything else? I don't even, because I have all of the screens minimized and everything, it's very hard for me to even see how many people are here or who's, if there's any questions. John's here. Hey, John, how are you? So I basically just showed everybody how to move everything over from an old iPad into the new one. When is the new iPad coming out? Is it a couple weeks only? Oh, it says you're not a mod, Anthony? Oh, well, here. Right-click the three little buttons here. No, it's not working. I forget that, with Canon, you have to continually hit the camera after a little while because it automatically ends recording. So I don't know. Anthony, how do I even, oh, hold on. Put user in a timeout. Nope. Add moderator. There you go. Okay, Anthony, now you have the keys to the kingdom. Yesterday, Tim was a moderator, and I'm pretty sure I had given him the moderation. Okay, so here's the bummer about the overhead camera. I know, look at this, right? I guess it's because my camera, the way that I have it on this thing, whenever I do tutorials, I have to go into LumaFusion and flip it around because it is backwards. But listen, if you weren't here before, let me go back to the cam link. Oh, and by the way, this overhead camera and this one, the front-facing camera, the front-facing camera is on a cam link. I paid like $100 and something for the cam link. The overhead camera, I bought, it was like $25 for that one. It was unbelievable. What a deal. And I really don't see any big difference between the overhead camera and the cam link. I think it's, no, not a graphics card. I can't even remember what it was called. But, so yeah, I know the overhead camera is upside down. It's how it is. It's how it is, people. So when you watch the video again, because, I kind of went through that really fast, you just have to lock your screen and turn it upside down. Because I had enough troubles with OBS. That's probably why there's nobody here. They came for the first stream, which I totally messed up. People, if you want to go live in OBS, because I've gone live a bunch of times in OBS. Everything was fine. Looked great. Apparently yesterday when I went live, the video was very choppy. And I did not realize that because when you're looking at OBS in your screen, you look fine. When I went to YouTube to check out the video that I had just done, I realized that the video was very choppy and I couldn't understand why. When you go live into YouTube, you have to turn off the virtual cam. I had virtual cam on because I was in a friend's stream. And when you're in someone's stream, you have to turn that virtual camera on. So when you're doing your own stream, you should not have the virtual camera on. You have to turn it off, or else it's just going to give you the regular settings. You can't do any advanced settings in OBS. And Bad Karma 714, he was so nice. He's on the phone with me trying to walk me through it. He's like, go to this drop down menu and hit advanced. I'm like, nope, can't leave simple. Not giving me that option at all. And very sad. So let's go back to the overhead camera, because I just want to quickly show you guys these titles that I've built. Now this took like this one here. That one's an old one. I think I've already given you that one. Like in here, my film strip is lost. This glitch one, that's kind of old. I think I already gave that to you guys. I already definitely gave that one the lower call out. This title, I built that. Took forever. That title took forever. And by the way, I built all of these in LumaFusion. So as you can see, there are certain things here that took a long time to do. Like, let's go to the keyframing in this one to show you exactly what I had to do. I mean, look at all this keyframing. It took me a super long time to build each one of these titles. I would say, like, look at this title. That's awesome, right? I built that myself, you guys, but look, it's 5 layers. So if I want to use this title, I have to make sure nothing else is going on. Just the main title, just the main video is going to be in the timeline. And then I have to build this title on top of it. So we're maxed out when it comes to titles there at 5 layers. Unless LumaFusion doesn't update and we can have more layers. But until then, I mean, that took me hours and hours to do. I already definitely gave you guys that one. Let me just do this. Like this little title. You would not think that something like that could take a long time to do, but you'd be surprised. So let's just go to show the keyframing in this one. Look at all the different keyframing. I mean, did I crop it too? No, I guess not. But it's unbelievable how much time it takes to build something that is so simplistic. But here's the thing. Once you've built it, that's another title that I built. Once you've built it, you have it forever. So when you build a title, you know, I built it. I'm like, yeah, look at me. Like, titles are looking really tight in my videos now. You have it forever. It's not something that you have to continually build it over and over again. So the way that I built all of these different titles, I left them as one project in LumaFusion. So whenever I do a new video, all I do is I go to that project and I pick the titles that I want to work with, and I copy and paste them either at the very beginning or at the very end of the video. This way, when I want to use each different one, I can just grab it, copy it, and then paste it to wherever I'm going to use it within that particular project. And easy peasy. So what I plan to do is release this title pack probably on one of my next videos, because, you know, adding those titles, I think, makes a really big difference to my videos. I was talking about this yesterday. I spent an unbelievable amount of time editing that Godox video. Even editing the Mayono Caster video took me a super long time with all the titles and all the things and the call outs. And halfway through, I'd already spent like 6 hours editing it. I'm like, that's it. I'm done with this. I can't edit it anymore. I have to just get it out and be done with it. So I just I stopped adding titles. All of a sudden, in the very beginning, it's all fancy. There's titles, there's call outs, all this stuff. And then halfway through, then it's just me talking with the overhead camera. So LumaFusion is doing multicam now. When they do that upgrade, you're going to have an option of picking footage from different cameras. What I do when I do multi-camera is if I have 2 layers of video, which I did, I had the overhead camera because I was demonstrating what I was doing with the Manocaster, and I had the camera that was filming me. What I do is I just put the 2 videos together, I layer them up, and then I blind out that top video. So hold on a second. Let me grab my other iPad. I know, you guys. I'm so sorry it's upside down. I really am. I have no idea if I can even change that. I really don't. But let me go to the Manocaster video. Here it is. Okay, so as you can see from the main timeline up here, like you can see where I quit adding titles and stuff. I was like, I'm done. I'm sick and tired of this. But all I do, let me go back to the very beginning. So this is where I'm talking. See these shots that come over? Well, actually not there. Wait till I start actually demoing the overhead camera part. Because all I do when I have the overhead camera here. Okay, so I layer up these 2 videos together. I, of course, put my talking head video in the main timeline, and then I put the other camera's footage directly on top of it. And then I come over here, and then I just hit the eye. Now, what the eye is going to do is make that other layer invisible. You can't see it. It's there, but it's invisible. When I stumble upon something where I realize, okay, I'm about to hit the key, this is where I want that second camera to kick in. This is what I want. I come over here and I unblind it. And then I cut it for as long as I want, for as long as I need. And then I cut it again. And then I erase whatever stuff is around it. And then the stuff that was before it, then I reblind it again. And then I continue on with the tutorial until I find something else that, I realize, okay, this needs to be in the overhead camera shot. I unblind it again. And then all I do is cut around there and just start dumping from there. So that's kind of a cheat of how I've been using a multicam for myself, even though the software is not there. You just kind of had to figure it out on your own. So I'm interested to see, how great that's going to go ahead and change up the workflow for LumaFusion. But that's it. And this is my project manager. Oh, this is a little square that I built. So that one little square, that little thing right there, took all these different layers. And then what I do is I export it as a video. This way I can import it in and use it to highlight something in another video. And all of these things take time. But once you've built it in LumaFusion, you have it forever. And there you go. That's how you do it. Do I have... Your overhead cam is upside down. I know. Oh, I guess there's no more comments. Am I still streaming? Someone sent me a text that said my stream died, but I can't tell if that's... No, it says I'm live. Looks like I'm live. Do we have any questions? And by the way, this coming Sunday, I'm doing a live stream with my friend Gail. It's going to be on her channel, and her channel's name is Random Life Productions. And it's going to be, she's hosting it. It's going to be me. And then she has someone, a special guest star. You guys, it's the crossover event of the year, okay? Well, at least for YouTube. For our channels when it comes to LumaFusion. There's going to be a big, huge guest star that she has that's going to show up, and we're really excited to get to talk to this person. I think getting, I don't want to blow who it is. That's going to be her deal. I don't want to steal her shine, but it's something really awesome. So, I'm trying to think if there's anything else. That was basically it. I just wanted to show you guys how to transfer files from an existing iPad into your cloud. This way, when that new iPad comes, it'll be easy peasy to move all your stuff, because I know I've spent a lot of money on LUTs. And not because I needed LUTs. I have plenty of LUTs, but sometimes it's a nice way to be able to support fellow YouTubers. Whenever they have merch, or, they're selling title packs or whatever it is that they're selling, I like to support that YouTuber. Like, I've purchased the Rob HK vlog stuff. I did all his transitions and his LUTs. And when you buy a pack from him, like, he is all about quality and quantity. I think he had I don't know, it was some ridiculous amount of LUTs. Could have been 40 LUTs that comes in his package. And it was too much for me. It was just, there was too much there. I had to wind up deleting a lot of it. I think I kept 2 or 3 of his LUTs, but that's because I've purchased Peter McKinnon's LUTs. I've purchased, just a lot of different LUTs from a bunch of different people. So I wanted to make sure that, I kept all of those main LUTs. And the transitions, he does all the transitions as well. So I kept those. I don't really use the transitions because I feel like it's not really a thing. Whenever you watch some of the big YouTubers, like I'm sure we all do, we all tune in and can't wait for our favorite YouTubers to come out with their new videos every week. I know I love Peter Lindgren. I've been watching him big time. Of course, PM, Peter McKinnon, everybody watches him. Maddie, Gene from Potato Jet, when you watch these people's videos, make a note on what they're doing in their videos. Potato Jet doesn't have not a single transition in his videos. You have to know the placement of transitions, because sometimes when people purchase transition packs, they go overboard and they use a transition with every single cut. And you can't do that, because sometimes it's just off-putting. It's discombobulating. It's a little too much sometimes. So just, use them tastefully, because they're not really a thing anymore. Watch anybody's videos, and you probably, if someone has a 12-minute video, maybe they'll have a couple transitions. This is Peter McKinnon's transition, just doing the hand over the camera thing. That's all he does. And he doesn't do any spin outs or anything. Everything is just tastefully done. So I recommend to you guys, when you're doing that as well, when you're making your videos, don't go overboard with the transitions. Don't go overboard with, I'm not going to say the titles, because I'm like the title queen. I think, you can never have too many titles. Things need explaining, and people understand that. That's why they've come to your video, to learn and understand. So, just be tasteful when you're editing your video. Now, having said that, like I said, I spend several hours editing each one of my newer videos. It's getting to a point where it's just too much. It's absolutely insane. The Godox video, the wireless lavalier microphone video that I had done, took me about 7 hours, maybe 7 hours to edit. But then I had to test the microphone, ran all these different tests with it, had to film with it, download the footage, listen to the audio, understand it, go through the manual, understand all the ins and outs of it. Then I had to film the video, and then you edit it. So collectively, I probably spent about 15 hours of my time working on that Godox video. And it's not like these people don't pay you. They give you free stuff, and in turn, you make a review video for them. But it's an understanding, hey, we're going to give you this thing for $250, so please make a video on it. So to show the ins and outs of the video, the tutorial, or if you want to do a cute little thing, but I always wind up doing the tutorial video. A lot of people use the vlogging option, but I don't vlog because, I think there's enough of that. I'd rather give someone, value in my channel. Like, okay, this is what I'm going to teach you, because I don't think anybody would be too interested in my life. I don't think it's that interesting. It's a little interesting, but not anything you'd be interested in. But I think I could bring more value in a tutorial than I could ever bring to you in a vlog. And it's very time consuming to make these videos. So when you get to a certain point, if that's what you're interested in doing, creating your own YouTube channel, and you have goals set for yourself. Let's say you've just launched your channel. Maybe you have but a handful of subscribers, and every time you're at the very genesis of your channel's birth, like the very beginning, you watch your subscriber count like a hawk. Okay, who did I get a new one today? Like, you're all excited when you get a new subscriber. I remember when I had 30 some odd subscribers. Every day I was checking to see if I got a new subscriber, and it took me a couple of months to get up to 100 subscribers. And then the more you upload, the more YouTube is going to favor you in the analytics game. So that's the secret. The secret sauce of your YouTube channel and your journey is to continually put out content. Churn out that content. It doesn't have to be the best content. Like, I probably take too long with doing my videos. People are probably going to watch for the same amount of time, whether or not I put up all those fancy titles or not, to be honest with you. But it's a numbers game. And the more videos that you make, and the longer that they are, YouTube is going to favor you in their algorithm, because they want to bring people in. And if you have a longer video, like say longer than 5 or 6 minutes, they're more likely to push that video because they want those people to stay in that video longer, as opposed to someone who's maybe just made a video that's 2, 3, 4 minutes longer. But it really is just a numbers game. So here's my advice to you. If you're just starting your YouTube journey and you're wondering, how do I get more people? What is there a secret sauce? Is there something I can do that's going to help me in the algorithm? What is it? What is it? It's keep churning out content and do it consistently. You can't do like 3 videos one week or 4 videos in a week and then take a couple of weeks off. That's not going to work. They want to see uploads on a consistent basis. So last year I had, obviously, a lot was going on for me. My mother had passed away, and I don't think I've ever talked about it in the stream, but February, my best friend passed away, and that was very difficult. And he was in the hospital for a month, and I didn't really do anything. Like, I had already had a few different videos canned, meaning I had filmed them. They were just sitting in my photo roll to edit. And I did a little editing. Like I think I uploaded 1 or 2 videos in that time span. But you have to be consistent with your uploads. So if you plan on doing all these videos, let's say you film 4 videos in a week. Don't release all 4 of those videos if you think next week is going to be very busy for you and you're not going to be able to do any uploading that week. Save some of those videos for when you're busy. Keep them in the can for reserve. For whenever you're having a dry spell, you don't have anything to do. Okay, let me go ahead and launch this one. You always want to make sure that you're uploading on a consistent basis, and that's the key to it. YouTube is going to definitely reward consistent uploads. The minute that you stop that consistency in your uploads, you do get punished in the algorithm. I had noticed that because my channel was just on fire when I had hit that 10,000 point. Like, it was just, actually no, it was on fire when I hit like 7,000. I was just, all of a sudden, it was like every week I was getting like 500 subscribers, like a lot of subscribers. And then that was right around the time that my mother, I found out that she was passing away, and tried to keep it a secret from us because she didn't want us to travel during the pandemic. Can you believe that? So obviously I dropped everything and ran down to be by her bedside. But by the time I got there, she was already very weak. I don't even really know that she understood we were there. But obviously you don't want to do videos when something like that is going on. So I got punished big time with the algorithm. Like let's say I was getting like 500 subscribers a week. I went down to like 80 subscribers a week. What a bummer, but that's okay. And, I'm not doing this for subscribers. I'm doing it because I really like doing this. I really love creating things. I love, everything that there is about this. I love to edit. I do. I love to edit. That's probably why I'm taking like 7-8 hours to edit something, just because I enjoy the flow of it. I love taking this raw piece of footage and turning it into something that's super cool, or in my opinion, it's cool. You may not think it's cool, but to me, it's cool, and I enjoy doing it. Here's another thing that I want to tell you. Okay, so every couple of months, YouTube does like a purge. Like they find these channels that are just channels that are dormant. Maybe they're ghost channels that people have made to, maybe subscribe to their own channel or do whatever. Every now and then, they'll do a purge of those channels. So obviously, if those people were subscribed to you, you're going to lose a lot of subscribers. I think I lost like about 400 subscribers in 1 month. And I'm like, oh no, like I was devastated. I felt like 400 people dumped me in 1 month. But my buddy over at MVE, Financial VE, he's like, don't worry about it. It was a purge. Happened to me too. It has nothing to do with you. So if that happens to you too, don't worry. It's not you. It's just YouTube doing that purge. But do we have any questions about anything about LumaFusion or something cryptic that you want to know? I know a lot of people tuned out because my overhead camera was upside down. I apologize, but I can't figure that one out. I mean, obviously it's upside down over here because of the way that it's situated on my overhead mount. But, yep, okay. Well, you know what? All I wanted to do was show you guys how to do the iPad thing. So now that is done, I'm going to sign out for tonight. I thank you so much for joining me, people. This one's for you. Thank you all for joining me. I appreciate you. And until next time, please wear your sunblock and call your mom and dad just to say how much you love them. Peace.